Hello everyone. In this video, we'll analyze an interference mechanism used by archons or interdimensional aliens to control creator consciousnesses incarnated as human beings. We're referring to etheric implants, so hold on to your seats as we embark on a journey through interdimensional vision. Etheric implants. We can call etheric implants all those devices, artifacts, structures, and equipment found in the energetic or metaphysical dimension. They are introduced or connected to the creator consciousnesses and the energetic bodies of their incarnated fractal when they fall under the archon's dominion. Technically, etheric implants are energy introduced into the energetic composition. They are seen as devices because the mind interprets them that way. The mind is a translator that allows us to understand reality from a physical perspective. In our remote viewing sessions, we've seen a wide variety, so much so that it's as if we were trying to classify all types of tools used in any field: mechanics, cooking, carpentry, electricity. Furthermore, they are updated daily based on technological advances and those that anyone might invent on a personalized basis. So, we can find infinite variations in some cases, but similarities in others. We shouldn't associate them with any race or group of archons. How we are assembled. To better understand where the implants are located on the metaphysical and energetic plane, we need to know how we are assembled and distributed in the different interdimensional planes. First of all, each of us is an infinite creator consciousness, which we will briefly call essence. The essence is in a dimensional plane beyond the well-known astral plane. We will analyze this in another video. The essence does not incarnate in its complete form. To incarnate it must detach a fractal from itself, which is what enters the area of incarnations that we know as the astral dimension or etheric dimension. It is in this astral dimension that we have the experiences of incarnations on planets. To achieve this, the administrators of this space provide us with a physical body, mind, and emotions to enjoy life and experience density. So we are distributed in 3 levels: a main consciousness, which is the essence located beyond the astral plane; a secondary consciousness, which is the fractal coupled to the energetic body in the astral plane; and the third is the physical body, which is the representation in the material plane of that energetic body. Why implants? The archon's goal is to seize the essences, but they can't do so in their original state of luminosity because it would disintegrate their bodies. That's why they aim to weaken the essence so they can get close and capture it. To do that, they'll have to leave it emitting almost no light, which would prevent the essence from defending itself against these beings. That's why these entities have designed a very subtle trap called reincarnation. It consists of keeping us trapped in an endless cycle of life and death through a system of contracts that are a link to these beings and a way to constantly drain our energy, which weakens the essence. Being linked to these beings contaminates our energy, causing our essence to thicken and weaken with each contract, little by little, life after life. With each contract, permission may be granted to install implants. If the essence is captured, the archons can incorporate it into mechanisms to exploit it energetically or experiment with it. Purpose of etheric implants. All implants, despite their functional differences, have a common ultimate goal: energy absorption. They also have other purposes, which we will explore below. 1. To limit innate abilities and skills that we possess that are dangerous to the system. These types of implants are strategically installed to prevent us from reaching the potential they fear so much. This kink of implants can be found in the energetic bodies of fractals whose essences have not yet been fully captured. 2. To cause harm. Some beings simply hate us for no reason, just for being who we are, so some devices are placed in us to physically harm us. 3. To cause illness. Implants, when placed in a part of the energy body, have a malfunctioning effect on the physical body that can cause illness, either in that same part according to the physical plane or reactively elsewhere. For example, an implant in the throat that manipulates a person's emotions can affect the thyroid or cause cancer elsewhere in the body if those emotions are not transmuted. However, there are also devices designed to cause disease in the exact location where they were placed. 4th, peripherals. There are implants that can manipulate thoughts, behaviors, and intentions. They do this by obtaining information from the energy body by studying its effects on it. The collected information is sent to a centralized mechanism installed on the essence. 5th, monitoring. The peripheral implant sends information to mechanisms or structures above the essence, causing it to generate energy based on what the fractal perceives during its life. In this way, they can generate a certain amount of energy at the required time, whenever they want. 6. Controlling and degrading humans. With each experimentation, each piece of information and data obtained through the implants, the archons can further control humans through the mind, emotions, or the body itself. Each study, each abduction, has also served to block as much of this body's natural faculties as possible so that we can perceive less and less through our true consciousness. 7th, entertain. That's right. Some only use them because they find it amusing to see us in the predicaments they create for us. Perhaps the uncomfortable situation for the person may have the effect of establishing a contract with the being controlling the implant. 8. Manipulate. In some cases, they may also implant in people to develop spiritual gifts, or rather, the side effects of having a visual or perceptive implant, all to attract a good number of followers and deviate from their path of being conscious people, which translates into more etheric contracts for these entities. Levels of implantation. There are 2 levels of interdimensional implantation. First, essence level. The devices in the essence allow it to be held captive, imprisoned, disabled, and sedated to prevent communication with its incarnated fractal. At this level are the centralized mechanisms that receive information from peripheral implants. There are other types of mechanisms designed to inflict punishment on certain essences. Remember that these mechanisms and devices are located in a dimension beyond the astral dimension. Implantation at this level affects all current lives with these mechanisms. Second, energetic body level. The implants in this body are usually installed by archons lurking in the physical plane, or by subordinates of the archon group that controls the essence. Any opportunity where there is emotional or mental weakness is chosen to upgrade them, or they are installed if a new contract has been established with an archon. Implants in this body only affect this current lifetime. Favorable situations for implantation. When establishing a new contract, depending on the being you are dealing with, your religious beliefs, or the type of ritual you perform, you may give permission to be implanted. For example, a spiritual gift such as seeing entities or the aura may have been requested, and the easiest way to achieve this was through a visual implantation. When experiencing emotional or physical shock, To install or update an implant, we need ideal moments when our energy field is low or when we have little control or awareness over it. This way, adjustments can be made, and the fractal, as a physical human, will not realize what was done on the etheric plane in their energetic body. Having an accident, where consciousness is lost, or consuming psychoactive substances also favors creating a situation where an implant can be installed or updated. However, it is not necessary to experience extreme situations to favor implantation. It can also occur in a dream state. Many people have been able to perceive through their dreams when an implantation operation has been performed on their energy bodies and have associated it with abductions. Types of implants. 1. Energy body implants. These are conventional devices that are placed on or within the fractal's energy body. They can be placed in organs, on the skin, or any other part or system of the body. 2. Genetic implants. These are hidden programming in the DNA of the energy body. They are activated when a certain age is reached or from the beginning of life. So, at this point, we could be dealing with a condition we would call hereditary, but it is simply an interdimensional entity who installs this type of implant in a family group. 3. Fluids can be introduced into the circulatory system to anesthetize the essence, as well as DNA from these archon entities for genetic or blood experimentation. Other types of fluids also serve as catalysts in other processes. 4th, in sessions, we have found artifacts located completely outside the energetic body, acting on the energetic field. These are rare mechanisms, because they can cover the energetic field like a film to generate some effect of distortion of reality for those who see from outside, or distraction for the incarnated fractal. How do I know if I have an implant? Unless you can see them, it's very difficult to know exactly. If an organ is diseased, it's not indicative of having an implant in that location. For example, having breast cancer doesn't mean you have an etheric breast implant. Perhaps there's something affecting your emotional expression that, over time and along with other factors such as diet or environment, contributes to the formation of tumors more likely than other people. In addition, there are illnesses that caused by ourselves, whether through improper eating habits, unhealthy habits, behaviors, and attitudes. However, there are people who don't take care of themselves and don't suffer from any chronic illness, while there are others who, even with proper care, can't be cured of their condition. So, in this case, there could be an etheric implant in the energetic body. In upcoming videos, we'll provide a brief summary of some of the most important types of implants we've been able to find in all the sessions we've conducted. See you next time.